guys, this is another episode of Things That Breaks and Makes the God Child and you with your girl Esohe Amalawa, the voice of the voiceless. Today I have with me a beautiful guest. Yes, said it. She is so beautiful. She is Dr. Mrs. Ugochukwu Uzomputam. She is a lecturer in the Department of Physiology, School of Basic Medical Science, University of Benin. It's so good to have you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm
You
good.
look
And
good.
you? You look good too.
Fine. I'm blushing already.
Yeah. It's nice to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Well
you so
done.
much.
Well
Thank you.
done.
We've been looking at things that breaks the God child and also that makes the God child. But we are going to be looking at the one that breaks her. And we'll be looking at rape, we looked at domestic violence and name them. And today we are going to be looking at effects of lack of parental commitment on the girl child and how it affects the effect of it. That's what we're going to be looking at today. And we're going to be looking at different areas. Ma'am, what's your take?
Well, before we go into looking at how it affects, lack of parental care affect a girl child, we have to understand what is actually parental care. A parental care is a situation whereby a parent devotes his time or her time to ensuring the well-being of the girl child.
Okay.
Now, a situation whereby this is now lacking, of course, you expect a lot of effects. And number one is depression, withdrawal from the society, feeling of abandonment, and it has a lot of effects. If we start listing them, we may not live here today. But of importance to me is the aspect of the girl child going into depression. Is very, very important because it can lead to a lot of things. So these are just the little I can say about the effects.
All right. Okay. We are going to be looking at finance.
Okay.
Can you tell us how finance can make the girl child? Because some people will say, "Oh, it's because she's not well catered for. That's why she's gone into hookups. That's why she's doing what she's doing right now." So, can we say that finance, if the parent is not financially responsible, that can also could it be that will it break the girl child? Can it break the girl child to that?
Well, I have a different approach to this because for a girl to go into a wayward life because she is not seeing money, it's a sign that that child was not well brought up. Okay? The child was not well brought up because if a child is well brought up, that the money is not there, it's not enough reason. You work for your money. You go and make your own money. That's the aspect I'm seeing it from. Yes.
No. I don't see it. I don't see it from that angle.
Wait, I'm coming.
All right.
Coming. Let me explain what I mean.
All right.
You said a situation whereby the child may go into hook
Up.
up. Okay? For somebody to go into hook up, I don't agree with that understanding that a child goes into stealing or hook up because there is no money. Of course, there are so many girl children that what if the parents don't have money to give? Okay? There are some that will go helping their parents.
But is it not the parents' responsibility
Yeah.
to be financially responsible for the girl child?
Of course it is.
So-
But you know that, especially in the country where we are, things are very difficult. Okay? The reason why I'm saying this is that there are some friends I have. They are that or told me about their financial situations or conditions and how their children are supporting them. When they close from school, they will help, get some menial jobs, cleaning of somebody's house, and they are paid and all that. So talking about not catering for each other, I don't think it has has anything to do with not taking care of the child. It has to do with the child's upbringing. It has to
Okay.
do with the child's upbringing. That's the area I'm coming from. If you say it is as a result of the child not being catered for, it implies that you have not trained that child to be contented with what she has.
Okay.
Because if a child is trained to be contented with what she has, if the money is not there, it's not enough reason. So the aspect where I'm going to bring up about the issue of parental care is where the parents have abandoned the child to grow on her own. You don't care. Even in fact, mostly in wealthy homes, the mother leaves the house, the father leaves the house, the children are on their own. And if they tried and they have a house help, they feel the house help should take the responsibility. There are so many things a parent should do to ensure that you put a child in the right track.
Okay. One, can you tell us?
Number one is to communicate with your children. You must communicate with your children
Communication.
to ensure that you plant into them what you want them to develop.
Okay.
If you have not planted a seed, it cannot grow. So if you plant in that child that a situation whereby money is not there, please, this is how to go about it. Money is not everything. Some I know some parents that make their children feel that money is everything.
But it can take care of basic needs,
The basic needs should be, of course, taken care of by the parents.
Okay.
But a situation whereby a child goes into hookup because the finance is not there, the money for the hook that they are making from the hookup is not for basic needs.
Of course.
Yes, it's not for basic needs.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want us to clear the F on this
So
matter.
those people, those girls that do that or that does
They
that, they have their own
Yes,
reason for
they
doing
have-
that, not
they-
because of
no.
lack of financial responsibility
No.
from the parents.
No.
Oh wow.
Not at all.
Okay. What about the parents that you see? Some parents, like you said, they don't have time for their children.
Good.
They don't. They are busy pursuing career and pursuing whatsoever it is they're pursuing, and it has effects
On the children.
on the children. So
I want to use an adage to expatiate on this. There is an adage that says, be careful not to use your health to make wealth.
well,
That at the end of the day, you will use that wealth that you have made to look for the health.
wow.
You know, when children are abandoned because we are pursuing career, you don't interact with them. You don't even know their basic needs. You don't even know their problems. There are some parents that don't know their children. It's
It's of course.
too common
Yes, it's common.
that when you now come and tell them this is what your child did, they find it difficult to believe. But that attitude would have been there. But because they don't care, this parental care we're talking about, they don't care. It's not as if they intentionally don't want to care. They innocently did not care because they felt that they have provided everything. Some
Everything.
would have even provided everything. The money is there. But that child, most children don't need just your finance.
Okay.
They need you. They want to interact with you. They want to tell you their mind. They want to communicate with you. They want to know what is in vogue. And if you are not there to tell them, of course, they will move to the society
Of course.
and start looking for solutions. I know there are some times my kids will come, Mommy, what is this? Mommy, what is that? I have to sit down. And I can explain for one day. Oh,
Could it be that because you're a lecturer? That
well, maybe it's an advantage to me,
all right.
because it has a way. During the olden days, they would say this one is a teacher's son, a
Okay,
teacher's
yeah.
daughter. So maybe it has it's a positive to me. It's an advantage to me. So, but even at that, a child walks up to a parent, Mommy, what is this? Or Daddy, what is that? Oh God, did you not see that I am busy? Can you excuse me? Later we'll talk about this. And there would never be a later. Because by the time you are ready, the child might have slept.
Or forgotten.
or must have forgotten, or even you would have forgotten, and nobody reminds you of the situation, or I mean, of what you have discussed before. Nobody reminded you. So at the end of the day, you find that that problem is never solved. So the area I think I am so much interested in is a situation whereby the parents communicate with their children. When you communicate with your children, there is no way you will not find out everything about that child. Even the way they talk will, you know, help you to understand where they are going to, the track they are trying to follow.
Okay, and now there's something I want to ask, because someone asked, and he said I said I was going to mention it on this show. She said that, is it possible for the parent, let's say the mother of the child now, to pick, not to pick any kind of job? I don't want to mention, this kind of some jobs that takes your attention and all that, and your time and all, you will not have time, and your other partner is also working and all that. But you are making money. But as a parent, a mother now, is it right for you to pick any kind of job, or you are supposed to select, not minding the income you're getting from it?
Well, you can't pick any kind of job. That's the truth.
Okay.
There are some jobs you cannot go for, especially the one when it comes to this matter we are discussing, the one that will not allow you play your role as a parent.
As a parent.
Any job that will not allow you, give you the opportunity to play your role as a parent, is a no for me. Okay? It's a no for me. And again, there are some jobs that you as a mother shouldn't pick, because it's going to somehow influence you even as a mother. Remember, the Bible said evil communication corrupts good manners. So there is a place you will find yourself working. And if you are not grounded, strong enough to resist pressure, you will definitely be influenced by such an environment. So that's number one. You have to know the kind of job you're picking as a mother. If it is going to influence you, especially when you know your level of stability with respect to decisions. Okay. And then another one is any job that will not give you enough time for your children. It's a no for me.
Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter even if that's what you've been doing before you got married.
Well, if you've been doing that job before you got married, marriage life is different from singlehood.
Okay.
You should know that at this point, you are stepping up to a higher level. So you have to also step up.
Can you throw more light on trust? Having your child to trust you. How is that? How can you do that? Because I've seen a situation whereby, especially the girl child, it's so difficult for them to trust their mom, especially when they are of that age, that prime age, where they see themselves as, a grown-up and all that. So because maybe that relationship was not there now the mother wants the child back. So how can she get the trust of that child?
Okay. A situation whereby the road is already somehow. And she wants the child
wants a comeback.
To come back. Number one is that she has to put forward sincerity. Anything she's dealing with that child, she must be sincere and be herself. If the parent, the mother is apologizing for her not being there, or for the girl not to have trusted her, she should be sincere about it. And, of course, she must have taken a decision to turn a new leaf. She must have found her mistakes, where she must have been doing the wrong things, that made the child not to trust her. But let me not even go too far. Let me talk about what makes a child not to trust the mother. A situation whereby you discuss with someone, remove the children. If I have a discussion with you now and I trusted you that you will keep it as a secret and it's a top secret for me and you did not, I find it difficult to trust you with every other thing. I give you money and I say we agree on what we do with the money, and at the end of the day, I found out that you have spent the money in your own way. I try to find out why, and you're not giving me a good reason. Okay. Now, having said that, if it we now come down to mother-child relationship,
Trust.
for a child, a girl child not to trust her mother means that she has tried severally with some things that she wanted to be confidential between her and her mom.
Okay.
Okay. And she did not keep that.
Maybe and a point whereby the mom is trying to correct the child, probably when the child did something wrong, and you see the mother saying, "Oh, that's what you did the other day. You slept with so and so person," and da, 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 da. Can those things be? Can it also affect the trust of the mother and daughter relationship?
Of course, if you're nagging, as a mother, a child does something, you keep repeating it, the girl will definitely lose hope. Okay, it's the girl will definitely lose hope because she wouldn't even know what to do that will make you happy. All right, so discussing her problem will no longer be for you. The basic thing I'm trying to say here is that for me to trust you means that you will have my back.
Okay.
So a situation whereby the mother does not have the back of, we are talking about mother, what about the father?
No, we are looking at, of course,
You understand?
Yes.
We are looking at parental care.
care. Yeah.
Lack of parental care. So what about the father? The parents must work hand in hand together.
Especially
From-
the one that is always not around.
From day one, you must decide how you want your children to be raised, how you want your family to be before giving birth to children. That's number one. Do you want a violent home where the children will be seeing the man beating the wife? Do you want where you talk to your wife anyhow before your children, you even in the absence of your children? Is it that you want to be challenging your husband, as a woman? Is that what you want as a husband and wife? Is that what they want? If that is what they want, then this issue we are discussing is not for them. But if it's a situation whereby they want a godly home and a home where there is peace, because when everything is done in the right way, of course there's going to be issues somehow once in a while, but if everybody is working towards perfection, then we are certain that they are after a godly home or a good home. Bringing up the child is the responsibility of both the man and the woman. It shouldn't be left for anybody. Because if the man is removed from the picture, the child, the growing will be definitely affected.
Because some women, I want to comment on this, because you see some, especially the ones that has this single parent now.
Okay.
You see that the woman will provide everything for the child, everything can think of, but you're seeing that child, that this child is lacking that parental care. I don't know if people see it from that angle. He has everything. Let me tell you, everything you can think of, everything money can buy, the child has it. But you will still see that there's something wrong. So why is that? Is it that
Okay,
a single parent cannot raise up, a child, that will be, okay in the society?
I want to tell you something about a single parenthood.
All right.
That we must accept. Most single parents want to make sure that their child is
The best.
And you go about giving that child everything. For a child to have everything is a big problem, because that child is not being trained to be responsible.
Wow.
Yeah. A child wants a book, you would buy, he tears it, comes back tomorrow, tells you, Mommy, I need another book. You did not ask that child what happened to the ones that I bought for you, and you buy again, give. I've seen a scenario whereby some parents go to school to fight that their children's book, that their children were beaten because they tore their book. Who gave the school the audacity to beat their children? Do you understand? So you see that that child is not being trained to be responsible. So if the child is being trained to be responsible, then even when the everything is not made provided, the child will not misbehave. And that comes in where you have two parents, the father, the mother. You will see where the mother, maybe the mother will say, oh, please, darling, just make sure you provide everything. This one, that. The child needs this. The man will say, no,
Yes.
we have to train these children. Okay? Some may be the man that wants to provide everything for the child. The wife will say no.
No.
So you see that there is this vitamin N is playing a role. The vitamin N is no. There are some
N.
yes, there are some things you must not give the child, such that when the child is not seeing it, he will not go out to the streets. He will not do anything to get it.
Okay.
Okay? If I know of a woman who said she had to teach her children how to drink gari,
Wow.
so that even if they marry and there is no food, their spouse will not suffer it. Okay? But some will say, no, why would my child not eat everything since I have the money? The woman had money, but she had to train them. So if you are talking of parental care, the training must be your basic foundation
All right.
to ensure that that child is trained well. Once it's done, even if there is anything that that child is lacking, my point, even if there is anything that that child is lacking, the child will not see it as a punishment. The child will not see it as a problem. You can go with it as you are. You wouldn't tell me that throughout the time you were growing, even while you were in the university, your parents provided everything for you. You understand? So these are the factors that affect us, as a society. Once the upbringing is not towards ensuring a responsible generation, of course, this is what we keep saying.
Wow.
Hook up, stealing, Yahoo, all sorts of things will be done. A child that is not even up to it. Some of these girls that go for hook up, they are about 14, 15 years
15 years, 16.
So in fact, when you see them, you will be wondering, what do they need the money for? What do they need the money for? Okay?
Peer pressure, I guess.
Not really. Peer pressure, you say that, but I want to tell you also that there are some parents that even encourage the hook up. I've heard that, where a mother will tell a child, others are bringing money. What this you don't see the other person's daughter.
Even this Yahoo that they are talking about.
I've even heard of that.
They buy laptop for their children.
I've heard that. All they care is the money. And the Bible said, the love for money is the root of all evil. Concerning parental care, I just want you to take this home. The lack of parental care is not enough for a child to start living a wayward life, a life that the society will be frowning at. But parents should ensure that they bring up their children, because our own parents, trained us, and we are responsible today. So don't be among that group that will always say, I don't want my child to suffer what I suffered. That suffering actually made you. There are some things that you went through in life that helped you where you are. The stress you go through in life, they are all coming together. The Bible said, for we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. So if we combine the stress, the enjoyment, the love we have, and we look towards the positive aspect of it, of course, the society will be good. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's really, 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 I learned a lot today.
You're
Thank you. God
welcome. You're
bless you.
welcome.
Okay, it is a wrap of things that breaks and makes the girl child endure. To have a beautiful day. From this side, we love you. Bye bye.